Greetings to all. Welcome to Future Offices Academy. Today we are going to see our topic of the year session 28. So under this we are going to discuss the topics of old pension versus new pension scheme, next multidimensional poverty, and finally we are going to deal with ASSAM Accord. So these are the topics we are going to discuss today. Our first topic is about old pension versus new pension scheme. First we have to know about what is old pension and the concerns, and next what is about new pension scheme and difference between the old pension and the new pension scheme. First we'll discuss about old pension scheme. So this offers pensions to government employees on the basis of their last drawn salary, nearly 50% of the last drawn salary. The attraction of the old pension scheme or OPS lay in its promise of an assured or defined benefit to the retired. It was hence described as defined benefit scheme. To illustrate, if a government employee's basic monthly salary at the time of retirement was 10,000, she would be assured of a pension of rupees 5,000. Also, like the salaries of government employees, the monthly payouts of pensioners also increased with hikes in dearness allowance or DA announced by the government for saving employees. The OPS was discontinued by the central government in 2003. Now, what are the concerns seen in this old pension scheme? The main problem was that the pension liability remained unfunded. That is, there was no corpus specifically for pension, which found grown continuously and could be dipped into for payments. The government of India budget provided for pension every year. There was no clear plan on how to pay year after year in future. The pay as you go scheme created intergenerational equity issues, meaning the present generation had to bear the continuously rising burden of pensioners. Now, what is the new pension scheme says about? As a substitute of OPS, the NPS was introduced by the central government in the April 2004. This pension program is open to employees from the public, private, and also even for the unorganized sector, except those from an armed forces. The scheme encourages people to invest in a pension account at regular intervals during the course of their employment. The scheme also encourages people to invest in a pension account at a regular intervals during the course of their employment. Also, we have to know about the beneficiary receives the remaining amount as the monthly pension and most post retirement. Now we have to know about the nodal agency of this. The nodal agency is Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority, that is PFRDA. This is the nodal agency. The eligibility is between, it should be an Indian citizen between the age of 18 to 60 years can join this NPS. Now NRIs, that is non-residential Indians, are also eligible to apply this NPS. Also with this we have to know about permanent retirement account number, that is PRAN. Every NPS subscriber is issued a card with 12-digit unique number called Permanent Retirement Account Number for PRAN. Minimum contribution in NPS is the subscriber has to contribute a minimum of 6,000 in a financial year. If the subscriber fails to contribute the minimum amount, his or her account will be frozen by the PFRDA. Now, who will manage this amount invested in this NPS? The money invested in NPS is managed by PFRDA registered pension fund managers. At the moment, where are the 8 pension fund managers? Now we have to know about what are the difference between this old pension and new pension scheme. Here the old pension scheme is a pension oriented scheme. It offers regular pensions to employees during the retirement. The pension amount of 50% of the last round salary by the employee. In OPS the pension amount is constant. In other hand, the national pension scheme is an investment cum pension scheme. It contributes our investment in market linked securities, that is in equity and also in debt instruments. Therefore, this NPS does not guarantee any returns. The investment in NPS are volatile and hence have the potential to generate significant returns. So that's all from this old pension and new pension scheme. Our next topic is about multidimensional poverty. Under this we have to know about what is multidimensional poverty. Also with that we have to know about global multidimensional poverty index. Here, a person who is poor can suffer multiple disadvantages at the same time. For example, they can have poor health and malnutrition, or a lack of clean water or electricity, poor quality of work, or little schooling. Focusing on one factor alone, such as income, is not enough to capture the reality of poverty. Multidimensional poverty is a measure of poverty that captures deprivations in education and access to the basic infrastructure in addition to income of consumption. The World Bank defines the international poverty line at USD 2.15 in 2017 purchasing power parity terms daily to measure the monetary value. Now with this we have to know about Global Multidimensional Poverty Index. A global multidimensional poverty index is a key international resource that measures acute multidimensional poverty across more than 100 developing countries. The MPI is published by the Oxford Poverty and Human Development Initiative and the UNDP's Human Development Report Office. The index tracks deprivation across the following in 3 dimensions and 10 indicators. It also ranges from 0 to 1 and higher values imply higher poverty. According to the MPI method, if a person is deprived in a third or more of 10 indicators, they are defined as MPI poor. Indian Global MPI 2023 says that global MPI of India lifted 415 million people out of poverty between 2005 and 6 and 2019 to 21. India is one of the 25 countries that have successfully halved their global MPI values within 15 years. Now, what is the comparison of global MPI with India's national MPI? Niti Aayog has published the first edition of National Multidimensional Poverty Index for India in 2021. In the Indian MPI has 2 additional indicators. The first indicator is maternal health. Next is bank accounts. These are the 2 indicators. This has been done according to the Niti Aayog to align the MPI with India's national priorities. So that's all from Multidimensional Poverty Index. Our next topic is about ASSAM Accord. The ASSAM Accord was signed in the year 1985 by the center and the Assam government within All Assam Student Union and All Assam Ghana Sangram Parishad, which have spearheaded the 1979 to 85 Assam movement against migration from Bangladesh. To implement the various clauses of Assam Accord, a new department has been established, the name of Implementation of Assam Accord Department during the year 1986. The accord set March 24, 1971 as cutoff. Anyone who had become to Assam before midnight on that date would be an Indian citizen, while those who had come after would be dealt with as foreigners. The same cutoff was used in updating the National Register of Citizens, that is NRC. The contest is Class 6 of the Assam Accord, which promises constitutional, legislative, and administrative safeguards to protect, preserve, and promote the cultural, social, linguistic identity and heritage of Assamese people, but doesn't provide clear-cut definition to identify who would be an Assamese people. The Assam movement had demanded 1951 as the cutoff. Given that of cutoff for the rest of India as 1948 may not be, Assam Accord would grant citizenship to a section of migrants who would be counted as foreigners elsewhere in the country. Here, the protective provision that would guarantee certain benefits to the Assamese people while excluding some sections among these granted citizenship on the basis of 1971 cutoff. So, The Assam demography has been shaped by decades of migration. Many of the migrants had settled here during the colonial era, while they might not be native speakers of an indigenous language such as Assamese or Bodo or Garbi. The question was whether definition of Assamese could exclude someone. So that's all from the Assam Accord topic. To read this document, you can visit our website. The website link have been provided in the description. To get more daily current affairs videos, follow our YouTube channel, also our Telegram channel. Thank you.